originally when it was getting kind of tough here, we couldn't tell when the indicator was folding back on itself. So we started putting lines to these outer dots and lines to the inner dots. And as it crossed over, we started noticing crossovers. But we noticed the best trades were when the dots spread away from the trend line, then pull back and continue to spread. And as we developed the indicator, we really just wanted to be certainly the first in, because the first in is the first out, typically. But we want to do it with some accuracy, right, and some probability. Here we see this bar's low already. See, this bar's already took it out. Again, remember, people take profit, and as they take profit, it pulls back. So right here, this bar's low here is 1140.75. So that'd be at what, 1140.75, 41.75. There's your 4-tick pullback, and then 42.75 is actually right here. That's your 8-tick pullback, and usually sometimes it's in between there, right? Which is what would be 42.25. Now, how do we know that? Well, because we measure every trade that works and doesn't work, and when we measure it and we look at the statistics, we see patterns of randomness in the stats, and that's how we know that. And that's what we try to teach our traders here. We've been teaching traders since 2004, 2005, and again, we run all the different trading rooms ourselves, and just after a while couldn't reconcile what was being told to us with what we were noticing, right? People were having us hold stuff to our stop losses, and we realized we didn't have to do that anymore, right? Now again, if this goes back, there's your 4, there's your 6, your 8. Some people may come back here and just hide behind it. Yeah, just because if it has to go 8 ticks, if it goes that far, we can just get out of it. Just punch out over here on the close or take our stop and just hit it on our entry. Yeah, I like it because this trend line is red. Remember that trend line, not only do the dots pull from the trend line tells us it's a trend trade and it's working, it's the color red of that trend line represents a larger time frame. And remember, when larger time frames go with smaller time frames, that's where the better trading goes, right? Yeah, it's good stuff. All right, stay with it, folks. Yeah, that Russell seems like it's coming down too now, so stay with it. Today is option expiration Friday, remember, the 15th of Friday. That's the third Friday, if I remember. And remember, Monday we're off. We have Martin Luther King Day on Monday, so let's see if we get this thing turned around. Now, the important thing is to always try to relax when you're trading. Sometimes it's a tense time, and we know that the pressure's on, but we, again, try to get you to look at the winners, look at the losers, replay those in your tick replay. Remember, if you can't trade well on your simulator, nothing's going to happen when you go live. So for those of you that are not trading live here and perhaps sim trading, remember, don't worry about the score. Right? You want to be able to come in here and take these trades that go with the trend and just let the trade play out and learn what the winners do and learn what the losers do. Okay, nice pullback. Look, it went right back up almost to that 6 ticks here. And again, the pullback and the method we trade is nothing new to trading, right? I think what's new to trading here is our display layer, our ability to teach traders effectively using this thought process and methodology of getting you to understand your edge, your money management, your mental framework, statistics, market dynamics, and focus and attention span. That's what turns trading around. And basically this is an edge. If this edge doesn't work, go get one and learn it. Right? Now we know our math and science is as good as any. We know that because we've been in all the other trading rooms. We know what all the other rooms do and how they do it. And that's not to say that they can't catch the same trades, and a lot of us do catch the same trades, give or take ticks. So that's why we know the edge you use in the indicators you use is the least of your problems. The problems is in the money management issue. It's in the mental framework issue, the psychology. That's where the problems in trading is. And if you get into statistics and you get into the money management that you understand, and of course having focus and attention span, you need all those areas of importance to make it all come together. That if one of those areas is weak, it's just not going to work. You're not going to be a consistent trader. You'll be a consistent loser. And then which is what everybody does eventually. You start throwing more money at the market, it just doesn't work. But remember, we have a rule in our room, and that is here that we say 3 losers in a row, something's wrong. That if you pull the trigger 3 times, you should be getting some winners within those 3 times. Otherwise, something's wrong. That doesn't mean don't take the 4th trade. It could be you're not reading the edge right. It could be you're moving your money management around. It could be market dynamics, that there's just no participation. basically 3 losing days in a row, there's something wrong. That doesn't mean we don't take losers here either, but we certainly wait and are patient to wait for the best trades and the best setups. Now here you can see, now look at this pullback right here. See how that black line is not under that blue line? And what happened? It didn't follow through. See that? Right here at 944. Yeah, so stay with it here. I mean, remember, when you filter, when you filter trades, what happens? When you filter losers, what happens? You filter out some winners, right? But we never know which trade's really going to work, but we know what the trades look like before they work through our indicators, right? So that's the key. Here we're seeing, now this could reverse here because we're starting to see pullbacks that just aren't pulling down, and here we see this crossing back up. But again, I wouldn't buck the trend here. If that trend line is red, you stay with that. Not to say you can't be a aggressive counter trend trader, but I tell you, it's just the better trading is always with the trend anyway. So why buck the system? Now it's one thing if it counter trends and certain things happen in our market and our indicators here that suggest that it's going to pull back deeper and harder. But typically we would wait for this to turn all green, turn the trend line green. Let the dots come through the trend line, turn it green, and then look for pullbacks long. Otherwise, we'll stay short on this. Okay, good trading. Stay with it. Yeah, I really want to get to that 4 ticks, 8 ticks. Some people run like, instead of a 4, 8, and 12, they run like a 3 tick target and a 7 tick target. Yeah, because they always go to 4 and 8, but they don't always go to, usually have to go 1 tick past that, right, to pick up the trade. And it has to go to 5 ticks to get 4. It has to go 9 to get 8. Some people always see it go to 4 and 8, so they want to take a 3 and an 11. Now, typically, we're always trading with multiple contracts here because we like to pay ourselves as I go. There we go. Punch right through there. Good trading. Good trading. Stay with it now. Okay, now here's a possible short. You can say, well, should we have taken it short? Well, notice how this sets up better here, right? Yeah, that might be better. I mean, if you didn't take it up here, that might have been a short right here for you. Yeah, because you had the spread here. See that? See how that works? Yeah, pretty nice, isn't it? Yeah, and again, and we know other edges catch these same trades. So, I think everybody's getting into the idea of this edge is better than that edge. And, an edge is an edge. An edge is nothing more than a probability of something happening in your favor. That's all. Some are clearly better than others. Some are clearly in. I mean, it's all measuring price movement. And once you understand math and science, there is no secret where to find the trades. It's just a matter of you waiting as a trader, staying patient, practicing. Or if you can't pull trades successfully in your simulator, there's nothing's going to happen when you're in live market. So. Okay, stay with it here. 11.40.25 here. Stay with it. A 4 and an 8 booked here already. Now, let's say this trade runs past 8. Somebody says, well, why would you get out just on 8, 4 and 8 or 12? Let it run. Or you could. We always look for these trades that have opposite color bars. But when I see this, I like to hold it because I know, especially when the trade's working, because many times I would get out. You know how it is. You get out early and then the trade continues to run. Yeah, and what I do is once I'm break even, and this really should be break even at this point, +1. Although, like I said, it could come back. I'll have to measure this one here. Yeah, they can't come back 4, 8, and 12 like this last one did, right? So let's see if it started coming back here. If it did, which it isn't yet, could. That bar's low is 39.75, 40.75, 41.75. And if it's going to come back more than 8 ticks, then it's... Oh, there we go. We got out. So we got our ticks, right? Okay, there's another short, though. Do I need to take a short here? Let me look at it here. I feel I'm late here a little bit. Nice spread. I'm gonna let this come back a little bit. I'm gonna pull back a little bit. Yeah, I don't want to. Well, we know when the spread oscillator comes all the way out this deep like this, it's going to turn around. Yeah, we know that just from again statistics and watching patterns of randomness by studying winners and losers, which is one thing we're always working on with our clients and students is to get your mind right about trading. Yeah, because if you don't have strong money management skills, you don't have strong mental framework skills, which is your greed, fear, and euphoria. It's what you're saying to yourself before, during, and after the trade. It is your psychology. Trading is very difficult, right? But you can see how that pulls up. That pulled up about 6 ticks here. This one, yeah, pulled back about 4 ticks. But again, when I see this larger trend line here, and I see the histogram working with me, and the black line spreading from the blue, yellow from that red, probably could have jumped in there right away, but I'm not so eager to do that. Now you can say, well, why would you only trade 3 when you could trade more? Well, I'm just comfortable trading with 3 because between that and the Russell, there's really no problem making